Okay, so we're back with another explainer video for the Data Expert IO SQL Question series. In this video, we're going to talk about using the playground.marks table, write a SQL query to determine the students who achieved the highest marks when graded according to option 3, where the final exam accounts for 100% of the grade. The other grading options are provided for context. In option 1, the midterm 1 value contributes 25%, the midterm 2 contributes 25%, and the final exam contributes 50% of the grade. In option 2, midterm 1 will contribute 50% and midterm 2 will contribute 50% of the grade. In option 3, the final exam contributes 100% of the grade. The output should be sorted by the students' names in ascending order. Ensure the column names in the result are displayed in lowercase. The resultant table should have 2 columns, name and their ID. Okay, so there's a lot to unravel in that statement, or that problem statement. So we will dig in there in a moment. Real quick, we're going to just check the playground.marks table. So we have these values here, name, ID, or columns, name, ID, midterm 1, midterm 2, and the final. Our answer needs to include a name and ID. So let's take a quick peek at the data. Okay, so here we have 4 users with their ID, their midterm 1, midterm 2, and their final grade, or their final exam grade. Okay, so let's start by picking out the details we need, and we're going to need the name of the student, we're going to need their ID, we're going to need their midterm 1 grade, their midterm 2 grade, and their final, and we're going to pull that out from the playground.marks table. And this will give us the exact same thing. Oh, it helped to put our keyword there. Okay, so nothing's changed. We have the exact data we're looking for. So let's drill into the requirement. We want to identify the students with the highest marks when graded with option 3. In order to do that, we first need to understand the scores for all options, right? And so what we could, just to break this out a little bit, we'll take option 1 here. Okay. And we'll take option 2. And we'll take option 3, which is just going to be there. Okay. So the way we can think about this, right, is something like this. Midterm 1 times 0.025, right? It's 25% of the grade. And we're going to add that to midterm 2 times 0.25, because it is also 25%. And then we're going to add that to the final times, or we're just going to add that to the final. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. I want to, yeah. Not quite there. Okay, so 4. Okay. So we're going to go through kind of this process here, right? We want to basically recreate these steps. And we're going to do that in here. So let's go ahead, and so we have this right here. We can come down here and we can say just after final, and we'll call this as grade option 1. Okay. So if we were to run that, what we will see is a new column. Okay. So that's option 1. Okay. So now we're going to work on option 2, and we're going to say midterm 1 times 50%, right? Plus midterm 2 times 50% as grade option 2. Okay. Okay, so we can see their grades there. So then that last one, now we could just go with what we have here, but if we wanted to be very specific about it, we could say final as grade option 3. Okay. Okay, so there we have it. So this is kind of our base data shape that we need to work on. So what we can do, let's step it out. We're going to call this with calculated grades as, and then we'll say select star from calculated grades. Okay, so let's see how that one works. Okay, so nothing's changed. Our CT is working. So now what we're going to do is we're going to say select, and our return is supposed to be the name and the ID. Okay. So we are going to say name, ID, and we don't really need anything else, but just to illustrate, we are going to pull out grade option 1, grade option 2, and grade. And then we want to do from calculated grades. Okay. So now we need to do a conditional, right? So earlier we said that we wanted to who achieved the highest marks when graded according to option 3. Okay, that's kind of the key thing. Students who achieve the highest marks when graded according to option 3. So what we need to do is we actually need to compare the different options now, right? And so we want to say where grade option 3 is greater than grade option 1, right? So we want to make sure that if we're grading them on here, are they going to score higher, right? Using the grade option 3 or the final score. Okay, so and now we're going to say grade option 3 greater than grade option 2. And if we run that query, okay, now we looked out that they're in order, ascending order by name, but we're going to go ahead and tag that on just to tie this off. Let's see, it was a little earlier. The output should be sorted by the students' names in ascending order. Okay, so we're just going to say order by name ascending. And there we have it. So I hope that was helpful. Any questions or feedback, feel free to drop a note in the comments section below. Thank you so much. Have a good day.